Alrighty, now we have everything set up. Tony2Hands versus Rocko. That is right, Tony2Hands main goal. That's what it was. And then Rocko here with Captain Falcon going straight into it. Tony2Hands having a slight advantage so far in percentage over Captain Falcon, over Rocko's Falcon. And one thing I've seen thus far in just the past couple little meetups they've had mid-stage is that Rocko is having a bit of a hard time getting a grasp on how far he has to be to dash grab the opponent. Maybe it's just that Tony2Hands is doing a good job of spacing himself or psyching out Rocko, but the back air will kill from the opposite side of the stage. Tony2Hands sitting at a comfortable 79% on a fresh stock on Rocko. So there we go, a grab into up air, wanting to string into the second up air, but not quite making it. So here we are back at neutral, and ooh, going for something as spicy as the knee. That would have taken the stock, but I don't think you should be trying to rush the stock so early. He's not on the opposite side of the stage, and Falcon generally doesn't do too amazingly trying to edge guard, especially against Wolf, because Wolf's recovery is very safe, and in general, Falcon doesn't have a lot of moves besides his nair, unless you wanna spike him with your down beat, in which case, you know, I'm all for it. Go ahead and you'll end up killing yourself in the process. But if you're gonna take him with you, there's a way to do it with style points. But in general, I would not want to try and Falcon stomp and get eaten by an up B on the side of the stage like that. Here we go. Rocko is sitting at 69%. Nice. Against Tony2Hands in a fresh stock, having taken the last one pretty nice. Tony2Hands trying to up B straight down. Now he didn't really have much headroom to do it, but that's okay because he said, I'm gonna finish you off with a down smash anyway. And I'm seeing a lot of forward airs come out from Rocko and not a lot of him hitting. So I don't know if he wants to revise his strategy like that one. Very predictable forward airs. Not necessarily bad. Predictable isn't always horrible. But in general, if the opponent already has that figured out, I think the best strategy to go with now would be to do something more along the lines of throwing in some more ambiguity into the match. You would probably like to stay still and maybe get some jabs going or something like that, but up tilt, ooh, spiking him straight into the ground. Tony2Hands recovering his footing relatively quickly though. And oh, that could have been the match. Maybe if Tony2Hands went straight up with it. Ouch. Sweet spot side B. Gets him onto the stage and not spiking. Good thing for Rocko, but that's the game regardless. Tony2Hands finishing off the last game. This was I wouldn't say relatively close game, but it was good that Rocko had him up on his second stock to 140 some odd %. So, good on Rocko. We're going to keep continuing into our matches here.
One of the MVP moments I thought for MVD was
Alright, are we going to see a switch from Rocko, or is Rocko going to stick with his guns here and Falcon train? Ooh, hovering over Bayonetta here. Are we going to see Bayonetta versus Wolf? Maybe. No, not at all. Okay, I'm wrong. He went Falcon. You know, screw Ringo. Ringo doesn't want to see cool matchups. Alrighty. Going right back into game 2. Now, Rocko has figured out anything about his opponent. It should probably be that Tony2Hands really likes up being on stage. So maybe if he can take advantage of that, we'll see a little bit more fleshed out game. Ooh, down being off the stage. This man has a plan in mind. That was not a misinput. That was fully. Oh no. Down throw. Wolf. Come on, Wolf. forward air to forward air to, he probably could have up smashed if he would have called that directional air dodge back down on the stage. I don't think Rocko has the habit where he jumps back on the stage. I've seen it a couple times. I'd like to read a little bit more attentively, but it looks like every time thus far that he has been juggled sort of near the sides of the stage, he's been lower. Wolf chosen sort of low. Not sweet spotting on the stage there, and Rice getting a bit of a punish onto him a couple pushes more with his neutral air before it is reset back to neutral, and they're in this position where Captain Falcon is way up in the air. That is not as safe place to be. And upon landing, Rocko ate a back air. Here we go. Ooh, forward throwing. I don't know. There was probably a purpose to that. He's probably just holding stage control. And, oh, going for the spike there, but throwing him way off stage. That's okay, though. Both of them making it back onto the stage relatively unscathed until, of course, Rocko held most of the stage control and then ate another back air by Tony2Hands. Unfortunately, he is eating a lot of these. Every time that Tony2Hands does a back turn, Rice wants to go in for a, I keep saying Rice, it's just his tag. But Rocko keeps going in for a, probably somewhat of either a dash attack or a dash grab on him. But that is not safe, especially how far away he is and where Tony2Hands can sort of call it coming. The back air is not a good thing to use from anywhere. Generally, you don't want to use back airs. Ooh, but you would like to give them, and I like what I see. Tony2Hands making it safely back to the stage, playing neutral with the opponent off the ledge. And oh my god. No. Rocko still made it back. Good job, Rocko. And gonna make it back on the next one. Yeah, Tony2Hands sort of overestimated recovery a bit there. Not trying to make the same mistake twice. He goes a bit under the ledge before he does it. Still keeping in mind that his recovery isn't stellar either. So, good stuff here. Forward throw into nothing. Regaining stage control here is Tony2Hands, but then eating the Falcon kick, so it doesn't really matter right now. I also haven't seen a single side B. Oh my gosh, the footstool into the spike and taking both of their lives. They probably both just accidentally got pineapple, but it ended up looking a bit more skillful than it actually was. Of course, minus the text, because we don't tech here. This is LFG text. Here we go. Tony2Hands having the right idea there with the up airs, but Rocko retorting with a down B and getting back onto the stage here. What's gonna happen? Oh, he almost got the kill off the side with the back air, and make no mistake, that would have killed. Back air is a very nasty. Oh, a little bit. Now, he does have a whole stock to burn, so he can afford to be a little bit risky with his movements right now. But here we have Rocko catching up in percent to Tony2Hands' second stock, and I would not like to see a 2-stock comeback at the end of my game, especially when I think I have it in the bag. So, woo! Back air from one side of the stage all the way off the other side, and Tony2Hands losing the stock for trying to distribute the sauce. That did not fare well for him at the end of it, and although Falcon's at 125%, Falcon is known for big strings and powerful hits. So if they're not careful here, Falcon is absolutely, like a random forward smash out of nowhere. He needs to close out this stock as quickly as he can, or risk getting hit by like Raptor Burst or something like that again. It seems like Rocko is just kind of holding out in pressing specials right now. Oh, but back air, back throw, closing out the stock. Sorry for my inability to commentate. Back throw, closing out the stock, and Tony2Hands with a comfortable, semi-comfortable 2-0 against Rocko.
What a great option too, man. That nair just right over the ledge. You know he was gonna have to try to get
nice. So what we're gonna see, just so you know in the future what will happen.